The village that had once been dotted with a modest number of homes was now drastically transformed. Half the original structures had been dismantled, and in their place rose something extraordinary. Keqing and Ganyu took in the sight, their gazes sweeping over the scene. Just 2 days ago, what had been a small wooden cabin was now unrecognizable. A large wooden fence cordoned off an expansive plot of land. A stone path extended from the gate, embedded in the grass and blending naturally into the surroundings. Alongside the path, evenly spaced lampposts made of various pillars stood, their glow adding a warm touch to the scene. Even the fence itself had torches mounted at regular intervals, casting a cozy light over the area. To the lower left, a meticulously organized ranch spread out. Separate sections housed pigs, cows, sheep, and chickens, each contained within its own area. There was even a spacious stable with 3 horses leisurely wandering around. Both the stable and the ranch had stone troughs filled with crystal-clear water, their surfaces as still as mirrors. The lower right featured a vast field of crops, with rows upon rows of flourishing plants ready for harvest. Nearby, a stack of wooden crates sat neatly in a corner, their lids tightly secured. In the upper right corner, Ryen had crafted a simple yet charming artificial garden. A small pavilion stood on the lake, with a wooden bridge connecting it to fenced wooden walkways. Within the lake, brightly colored fish darted around beneath the surface, their movements a vivid splash of life. The garden was further enhanced by vibrant flowers, vines, and lush greenery, along with an assortment of planted trees that exuded vitality and elegance. At the center of it all was a modest fountain, enclosed by carefully arranged stone blocks. Where the water came from was a mystery, but it bubbled and sparkled in the sunlight. Though exquisite, there was something subtly strange about it, an inexplicable quirkiness. But none of that was the most impressive part. To the upper left stood the house. And what a house it was! Ganyu's eyes widened as she took in its sheer size. It was enormous, easily 4 times the size of the wooden cabin that had stood there just 2 days earlier. Built in a distinctly Liyue architectural style, the house featured expansive floor-to-ceiling windows that adorned the exterior. Warm golden light shone through the 3rd floor, where what appeared to be a study and lounge area could be glimpsed. The 2nd floor housed numerous rooms, with an open-air balcony lined with flowers and dotted with blocky sofas and chairs, forming an outdoor viewing garden. The ground floor, however, was the most striking. Instead of large windows, it boasted the charm of traditional Liyue-style latticed ones. The grand entrance opened into a deliberately empty space that contrasted beautifully with the rest of the house. Peeking inside, one could spot a spacious living room at the heart of the 1st floor, where a crackling campfire added a rustic charm. The villa's outer walls were adorned with vines, giving it an aged and distinguished look. The entire estate exuded tranquility, elegance, and harmony. To Ningguang and Zhongli, the sight was breathtaking, a visual feast. But Ganyu and Keqing were utterly stunned. It took a long moment before Ganyu managed to find her voice, staring at Ryen in disbelief. "Ryen, did you build all this?" Ryen straightened with a touch of pride. "Of course. I've always loved building houses." Ningguang chuckled softly, covering her mouth. "I can see that. Your sense of aesthetics is very similar to mine. This manor feels like it would be such a comfortable place to live in." "But honestly," she added, glancing at Keqing and Ganyu, "is it really that surprising?" Keqing, her face flushed, pointed at the estate, her voice rising in indignation. "You don't understand. You have no idea what happened. That house," she said, jabbing her finger at it, "was just a small wooden cabin 2 days ago, barely bigger than these other village houses." Ningguang blinked in surprise, her expression growing more serious. "You're certain?" "Absolutely," Keqing exclaimed, her tone adamant. "I spent an entire day here. I'd never forget it." She turned to Ryen, her eyes wide with shock. "Ryen, did you really build this entire manor in just 1 day?" I thought you were joking." Ryen grinned and shrugged, spreading his hands. "Is it really that hard? Remember, this world is unique, Keqing. Blocks stacked together to form buildings, that's how it works. But even so, Kaching's voice trailed off as she stared at the massive estate, her disbelief far from fading. Kaching pursed her lips, her expression still incredulous. One day, you managed to finish a construction project that would take hundreds of people nearly half a year to complete. Ryen waved her concern away with a casual gesture, sharing a portion of his unique physique with the group as he led them toward the estate. Honestly, this was pretty slow. The main issue was the lack of materials. Otherwise, I could have built a larger and more elaborate living area. He turned back with a confident smile. You'll get used to it. Eventually, I'll teach you all how to build houses. You'll see, it's really not that hard. Kaching and Ganyu fell silent, their thoughts wandering back to everything they'd witnessed 2 days prior. They couldn't deny it. The peculiarities of this world constantly left them baffled. This was a world that defied logic. Amazing, this mysterious block world. Zhongli muttered to himself. A flicker of astonishment crossed his face before his gaze shifted to his hands. The surge of energy coursing through him was extraordinary, even for someone like him. And this was only a fraction of Ryen's unique constitution? It was clear that he had underestimated Ryen. The moment they entered this world, Zhongli had carefully assessed his own power. Nothing seemed drastically different at first glance, but upon closer inspection, his authority over stone had vanished. His divine strength was sealed almost entirely. In fact, Zhongli doubted he could summon enough force to casually destroy a small island, even if he used the full might of planet Rafal. Yes, it was clear his power was severely restrained. He shook his head, pushing these thoughts aside, and turned his attention to the surrounding village. Something was odd. There were no villagers. Zhongli furrowed his brow. Ryen, where are the people from this village? His question jolted Kaching and Ganyu from their thoughts. That's right, Ryen. Ganyu tilted her head, her confusion evident. Why is the village empty? There were so many people here just 2 days ago. Ryen's expression turned a little sheepish. He gestured toward a wooden house in the distance, its entrances sealed with dirt blocks. I locked them all inside. Ningguang froze, staring at him in shock. Moments later, she frowned slightly, her tone cautious. Ryen, even if they're not sentient beings, isn't this a bit excessive? Ryen scratched his head, shrugging helplessly. I didn't have much of a choice. They kept wandering around and interrupting my work. Besides, he added, this village gets overrun by zombies and skeletons at night. Keeping them locked up also protects them. Don't worry, I'm not the type to kill indiscriminately. Even if they're not truly intelligent, I still need them. He most certainly needed the villagers, lots of them. If he didn't, why would he have gone through the trouble of sealing them in and providing multiple beds? Without villagers, how would he build an automated farming machine? Without villagers, how could he create an iron farm? Without villagers, countless technological advancements would remain out of reach. Ryen was already planning for them to multiply. He estimated that keeping them locked up for 10 days or so would result in enough villagers to summon iron golems. During that time, he could construct a series of blocky, matchbox homes for them to live in. Once the floating island base was completed, he'd relocate them there.
Some would be assigned to farming.
Some would be utilized for iron production. With this setup, he'd have all the early-game iron resources he needed. What was the most important resource in the Minecraft world? Diamonds? Redstone? No, it was the villagers, the true unsung heroes. Ryen's redstone engineering relied on countless innovations centered around these partners. His technological prowess, forged through the sacrifices of innumerable villagers, was a testament to ingenuity. Who needed the soulless automatons of Kenria when his methods were so much more efficient? Even a shrewd capitalist would call Ryen a vampire. Ryen pushed open the fence gate and led the group toward the crops. As he reached down to inspect the field, a wistful expression crossed his face. It was in moments like these that he truly missed villager-based automation. I'll handle this, Ryen. Kaching, eager to move past the overwhelming shock of witnessing a manor built in a single day, grabbed a hoe and stepped forward with determination. Ryen chuckled, stepping back. Harvest everything, and then replant potatoes, carrots, and beets. Once that's done, we'll head back to the house. I'll assign everyone rooms, and then we'll discuss today's tasks.